What's up, you guys? Chad Guthrie, the Dream Poet here, coming to you all with day 211 of my vlogging experience here in the state of Florida. It's getting up there, isn't it? But anyway, today, you guys, it's a good day. However, I gotta work. Got called in, and yeah. So I know I'm gonna have to make this vlog short. Um, but it should be one that is very sentimental. Sentimental? I think it's sentimental. But I wanted to talk to you all today about letting go. When I say letting go, I'm talking about stuff that is holding you back. I'm talking a grudge. I am talking living on the past, dwelling on the past, and just feeling like someone or something has done you wrong. Well, I wanted to be point blank and say that this world owes you nothing. That is the truth. No matter how hard you look at it, it's just that you are in control of your destiny. Only you. And why I say this is this time last year was a very hard time for me. This time last year, I was pushed towards my limit trying to find a job, career job, so bad that I was living in my truck on the outskirts of a Walmart parking lot. I was working in a fast food restaurant that I couldn't let go of because at the time that's the only thing I was getting, the only kindness that I was getting. I'd had a huge falling out with my friends Nathan and John, who ran Adventures United, because of something that I did. And I was living in the past, thinking I could be with someone that ultimately would never work. And I held on to these things as if they were some kind of holy relic. I did not let go. I kept pushing my way. I kept on trying to get back with this girl. And I tried my best to stick to it. And I held on, and it destroyed me. Because I think my breaking point was a night when it was 20 degrees outside. Antifreeze had gotten into my sleeping bag. And I was stuck there alone, too tired to go back home where I was originally from. And I didn't freeze to death, but I froze really bad. And in these moments, I prayed to God because I know prior to that, me and him hadn't had a good relationship. Now, I'd gotten baptized months before, but a situation with a professor that led me to failing a class and just led to a domino effect, it left me so bitter and so hateful towards the university I came from. It left me just hating everything about God. And him not putting a woman in my life or a career job, I blamed it solely on him. Now, if you were a person of flesh, you would say, I'm done with you. Don't bother me. Don't ever come back here again. But I laid there and I prayed to God. I let things go. I started dreaming of my dreams. And in the end, it pulled through. It was February 2019. I went out for my first time in a long time and took photos. It was an abandoned building out in Polk County, Tennessee, and that's where my passion started again. From when I was living in my truck, I would go out to these places and I would photograph them. I would see the world around me because I just let go. I let go of this girl who was giving me a lot of problems. I let go of the fact that I'm probably not going to get a job in Knoxville, Tennessee. I let go of the hurt. So, when I did those three things, it was April of this year. I had saved up nearly $2,000 to my name because at the time I wasn't using anything. I didn't have anything to spend on. I lived in my truck. What could I do? So, I did that. I kept on saving. And my friend and I, while we were down here in Florida looking at apartments, that's when he came across a sailboat that was right in my price range. Because prior to that, I said I wanted to live on a sailboat in Florida. Now that college was done, I wanted to make an adventure of my life. So I did. He was looking through Craigslist. He finds this boat for about $2,500. And for some reason, there in my gut and my heart, I knew this was my boat. So, after we got done looking at apartments, we would look at boats. And the next day, we came back to Shiloh. My boat. That's a story for a different day, but we came back to Shiloh. And at first, I thought this wouldn't be my boat. It didn't have a mainsail. The ceiling had water damage. But when I came back with my family, my stepdad said, "You need to go for this one." Because he had a Cal. Cals are really good boats. And for something within that price range, that was really, really cheap. And what we found out about this boat is the previous owners had to move to Washington State and they couldn't come back. They had to leave this boat behind. And so I went for her. We got a good deal on her. Surprisingly, even the price that I asked, which by any owner would have probably said, "You know what, you're crazy. I would not give it for that." This man let me have it for the money that he gave it to me for. I love this boat. And I know Mark will never see this, but thank you, Mark. Thank you, you and your wife, because I'm taking care of her as best as I can. But, and how I knew that this was the moment was this boat is the reason. After 5 years of just hatefulness, hiding things under the rug and in a closet, skeletons in the closet, my stepdad and I finally came to an agreement with one another. Well, we finally forgave one another. And to me, that was a sign that this is where I'm supposed to be. So, I went for it. And so far, you guys, I've not regretted that decision. I've not regretted, that night when I was freezing my butt off in my truck to say, "You know what? I let go. I let it go." And comes to two, right before then, right after that, I was about to give up on my dreams as well. And I know I've spoke about this story on my YouTube channel, but there was this girl with terminal cancer, a YouTuber, that on a February night, I caught one of her videos, and it reminded me that I have no excuse. I have no excuse to be hateful. I have no excuse to just sit there and be bitter. I still have my life in front of me, while some don't. But you guys, it's been a wonderful 7 months. It's been rough. At the beginning was rough. Financially, there have been some weeks that I'm not even sure of, like, how I'm going to pay for things. But, I'm making my dreams happen. That's all I'm going to say about that. But I hope this vlog today, you guys, is a very special one. Because this, as of everything right here, is when you decide to let go. Letting go of your bitterness, letting go of your hate, letting go of holding on to the past and what you think will be a different outcome when it won't be a different outcome. Life gets better when you open room in your heart. Now, I don't know like when the next time will happen when I find a girlfriend. That's been one thing that's been on my mind for the last 7 years. But I know God will provide. So, you guys, I think I'm going to call this one for a day. Remember, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. That will keep you in the loop on daily content of my life here in the state of Florida. And stay posted, stay tuned. Keep in touch with me at Dream Poet at Facebook, as well as my Instagram and the links below. And actually, there is one more thing that I forgot to add to. In letting go and praying, me and Nathan and John finally talked things over, and I feel like all this has been smoothed over. But anyway, you guys, thank you all for the love and support. Love you all very much. Peace, you guys.